Welcome to another edition of a Brobdingnagian Minute. How long is a Brobdingnagian Minute? Well, on the 100th episode, it's a lot more than 60 nonillion quectoseconds. I'll tell you that much.
Say what? What's a quectosecond? I've never heard of quectoseconds.
It's 1 nonillionth of a second.
So what's a nonillionth of a second?
Boy, you really need to go over. Well, it's a lot more than an octillionth of a second, I'll tell you that much.
Well, what's an octillionth of a second?
Well, more than a septillionth.
Well, no. Okay, sept is 7. So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I get that.
Which is more than a sextillionth.
I'm a sextillionth and quintillionth? Is that?
Yeah, good job.
And what's quartillionth?
Quadrillionth.
That's right.
And then we start getting into the trillionth and billionth. You know, we're getting to picoseconds and nanoseconds, which people have actually heard of.
Well, that's just crazy, man. That's just crazy.
I know, because in the world of Brobdingnog, our words don't work that way.
Well, congratulations, Andrew, on 100 episodes of the Brobdingnagian Bards Podcast.
Okay, fine. I admit it. I lost the bet.
Which also means that this is 100 intros of How Long is a Brobdingnagian Minute? Just saying. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I haven't listened to that first episode, but I assume we started it at the very beginning.
Yeah, I made the mistake of doing that and thinking this could be fun, and then I had to keep coming up with new ones every time.
This could be fun one time. Oh,
yeah, right. And it's probably fun the first few times.
I think it's still fun. I still think it's fun. It's fun.
It is fun. I am surprised I keep coming up with them. I mean, quectoseconds was definitely a wave of inspiration there.
Well, yeah. Well, good.
If anybody asks, what's the smallest unit of time? I mean, there probably are smaller, but I don't know of one other than a quectosecond.
Quectosecond.
1 nonillionth of a second.
1 nonillionth of a second.
I mean, they have other weird measurements like Planck time, but I mean, do your own research.
You each get your chance to do something else. Well, welcome to the Brobdingnagian Bards Podcast. I am Marc Gunn.
And I am Andrew McKee.
And, of course, this podcast is all about us, the Brobdingnagian Bards. We've been doing this since 2005. We started, actually tomorrow, as of recording, July 8th was when I quit my job 21 years ago, July 8th, 2005. So I've been full-timing music since then, and podcasting, of course, because that's the other thing. And so, although we started this podcast, I guess, earlier in the year, as the first podcast, turns out, that I started creating. And it's been going great.
It's crazy to think we've been full-time musicians for over 20 years.
It's crazy. How did that happen, man? How did that happen?
I already told you. I lost the bet.
Oh, right. That's true. That's true. Well, a lot has been going on. But before we get into the things that are going on, let's talk a little bit about what's upcoming show-wise. Andrew, what are you doing coming up at shows? Where are you performing?
Well, I mean, coming up soon, of course, is I start out at Gen Con. I have a few weeks off, which is lucky because, I was approaching burnout. I have booked 30 fairs to perform at this, 30 weekends of fair.
30 weekends of fair, okay.
Yeah, wow. And it is just,
still impressive.
That is just crazy this year.
So fairs, but whatever.
It's 30 weekends. So
whatever.
30 weekends.
Whatever.
And it's just crazy. I mean, I have July off, and let me tell you, I think I'm going to do that again next year.
Yeah, it does.
I was considering trying to book it next year, like maybe Kentucky or something, but no, I think I'm going to keep it off.
It really does help to have those downtime periods. I mean,
it really does.
I mean, not just for, I know, right, you're moving moving into your parents' home for, settling your stuff there at least before you head off on the road again. But it also helps for like those times, like I've said it before, which I never understood why, you have those fallow periods, particularly like in the holiday season, in December and such. But the reason is so that you can, do what needs to be done. Sometimes that's record. Sometimes that's promoting things that are coming up. Sometimes that's, there's a whole bunch of reasons why you can. And it helps to not be doing it 24/7. You need some breaks in between. Yeah,
you need some downtime. You can burn out and you don't even realize it's happening until after it happens.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
Very good. Very good. So I've got Gen Con coming up in the beginning of August, and then doing the Arkansas Ren Fair, and then Dragon Con, and then back to the Arkansas Ren Fair.
Oh, yeah.
And then Whispering Grove in East Texas and Louisiana Ren Fair. And that finishes out the year.
Nice. You got a busy schedule. Yeah. That's awesome, man. I'm glad.
What about you, man? What are you doing?
I don't have nearly as much currently planned. I'm sure working on it, or will be working on it soon. I got back from my trip to Galicia, Spain. I'll tell you about that in a moment. But for the most part, so I'm planning on an internet concert on July 16th, tentatively.
Oh, that's cool. I need to do more of those. That's great.
Settle on that sometime soon. But I think it's going to be another one like I started doing earlier this year, which was basically doing a free show. Although I'm still selling tickets in order to get, make it worthwhile, to get the support. And then people who want to show up, they can. So hopefully I'll get a nice turnout for that as well. I also will be at Gen Con. I got a whole bunch of shows lined up, including, and the other thing I'm going to be working on this July, next couple of weeks, is my Doctor Who drinking song show, which I'm still trying to secure all what I'm doing. So I'm planning on
Doctor Who drinking
songs. Yes, I've been working slowly on writing more Doctor Who songs, and I think I still need to write another one. But this first one will be definitely an experiment. See how it goes. I haven't actually looked to see how the sales have been. So hopefully those are going well. But yes, I'm excited. It is a different, I got to say though, Doctor Who, I've been trying to brainstorm what a Doctor Who drinking song show should be. And I've struggled, unlike Hobbit drinking songs and Firefly drinking songs, or even just sci-fi drinking songs in general. Doctor Who specifically, I think part of it is the way I frame things in my head, like Hobbits and Firefly. I think of these songs coming from their perspective, from Hobbit's perspective, from like sitting in a pub at the Prancing Pony, or Firefly, sitting. I always think about that moment when Jane has a guitar, and I don't know if they're in Haven with Shepherd Book during the movie Serenity, and he's sitting there playing a guitar. But or the pub in Canton, those two things are the things that cross my brain, and so I'm writing from in the verse, in the world. And Doctor Who I don't feel like it lends itself quite to that.
Well, he goes to London almost every other episode.
He does.
Pretty much just any pub in London, it works.
Right. I did actually find that there was one episode that mentions Ireland. So I recently wrote a song.
There's more than one, but yeah.
I think I called it Dr. Rebel. And it is a rebel song written, basically a commemorative song written about basically the two doctors who saved this little town in Ireland. And it worked out. And of course it's a rebel song, Irish rebel song, but also brings in the Cybermen who apparently showed up in this episode that I had to hunt down. So that's fun. But again, aside from that, I feel like I'm still struggling coming up with ideas. I do have some, nevertheless. But
it's not like the TARDIS being so vast and unexplored. There's got to be a pub in there somewhere.
That's true.
Think about it. There might even be there might even be a bartender in there just waiting, going, God, they're going to find me something here.
He finds it. He finds another Time Lord that's been sitting in there in the pub. definitely.
I just want to take this regeneration off. I'm just drinking this regeneration.
Right. That's hilarious. So there are definitely possibilities, and also since it's Doctor Who, it could also just be time travel in general. So if I'm still running short of songs, I might end up with some more traditional songs. We'll see. I don't know exactly where I'm going with the final show yet. I have a couple weeks that I need to work my butt off to figure this out and memorize the songs too, because you know how I remember stuff.
I'd probably just do a parody of "We Didn't Start the Fire" with every single planet and society and a group.
Oh yeah, that's a song I want to remember. Thanks a lot, Andrew. No, it's not. Now that said, I do.
From the Cybermen to the Silurians, I love it.
But a drop of Dalek blood, however, is easy to pull off. Or the Close Your Eyes Doctor Who version is easy enough to pull off. So those are the songs that I can pull off. But we'll see. So what
you do is you project the lyrics on the wall so the audience can sing along. And then you get to see it too.
Right. That's really a good idea. Right. I'm like, how do I
I put this up here so you can sing along.
Sing along. Look, my lyrics. What are they? Okay.
Just follow along.
Well, I figure nothing else. Mikey Mason has come up with that. He uses his own stuff, his own song lyrics on a tablet all the time. So it's not like I can't pull that off as well.
But you never want to be that guy if you can help.
I don't really want to. I like I said, I prefer memorizing the lyrics and
ditto.
I know also Mikey, I don't know if he has a bigger catalog of songs than I do, but he has a lot of songs. And so, I get it for him, but for me, that's just not my thing. So we'll see how it goes. We'll report back in August, later in August, see how it goes. But, when I'm thinking about it, when I started doing Firefly drinking songs, I did not have a lot of songs. In fact, that's one of the reasons why the first album has the Bedlam Bards on it, is because I had like 4 or 5 Firefly drinking songs. And so, it's not like I can't start light and build, and I will. So, in any case, September, I'll be at Dragon Con. September 26th, I'll be at the Lost Druid Brewery. Now, that's all I have currently scheduled. I am hoping to score some more dates at the Georgia Renaissance Festival. I haven't picked a date for the Nerdy Wonderland in December. I might end up doing another. I'm still debating doing another Celtic Podfest, so that might happen at some point. There are options coming, and so we shall see how it all comes together. But stay tuned.
Well, cool.
Yeah. All right. Travel. So, Andrew.
You've been traveling.
I have. Yeah. So I went to Galicia, Spain, and had an absolutely marvelous time going.
Okay. All together now for those who are listening. Lucky bastard. Okay, go ahead.
So you got to remember, teach them at first. You say, all right, everyone together say lucky bastard. All right. 1, 2, 3. Lucky bastard.
I didn't have to. I know they were all thinking it, so I figured they'd say it anyway.
Okay.
I didn't have to prep them for that.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. It's the drinking songs guy in me. I learn these songs and I have to teach them to people. So I have to remember how to do all that, because they don't always know. There might be some be some new listeners. I mean,
fair enough. The last one was just a trial run. We'll do it again all together. 1, 2, 3. Lucky bastard. Okay. Okay. Now go ahead. All right, your wonderful trip. We couldn't be happier for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was indeed a fantastic trip. So we flew to Galicia, Spain, which is northwest Spain, and it is considered one of the Celtic nations, the 7 Celtic nations: Ireland, Scotland, Isle of Man, Wales, Cornwall, Brittany, and Galicia. And Galicia, now, so to really quick history, Julius Caesar, the Celts went and are one of those barbarian tribes that you hear about from Rome. They went and conquered all of Europe. Along comes Julius Caesar, and he wipes out all the Celts and barbarian tribes around Europe and sends them to the far reaches, which is how they end up crossing from into Brittany, into the Isle of Man, Cornwall, Isle of Man, Wales, Ireland, Scotland. However, there were some who also settled in Spain, and Galicia is a more mountainous area, a little bit harder to get to. They had so one of the things that stood out as far as the Celtic nations is that there's these castros, which are Celtic settlements from the 700 to 100 BC, and they are all over Spain. In fact, when I was all over Galicia, when I was looking for some, I found, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 of them. However, when I wasn't looking for one, I was like looking, and all of a sudden I came across a sign that said Castro, and I was like, what the? I didn't actually end up going to that one because of the time. It was the end of the day, siesta time, but they were there. So interestingly enough, there are castros, these Celtic settlements that were all over the Galicia, and so we went to 3 of them, which were all fascinating to see and really inspiring. Now, what I was hoping to see was the Galician pipes. Which I did hear at the last day in Santiago de Compostela, but I didn't get to hear much. It was like a busker in Santiago. So, but yeah, it was absolutely brilliant, a brilliant trip. It was probably one of my most relaxing trips, I think. And I think that boils down to a few changes that I made. One was I finally decided that we were going to do continental breakfast, meaning basically you can help yourself in the kitchen, because most people don't. What I found over the years is that most people, especially as you get older, you're like, I don't really want food for breakfast. Or I want something light. I want coffee for breakfast. That's what I want. Or a brioche, a little pastry or something, or in my case, cheese and fruit. So those are the types of things you want. So it was, instead of being these big elaborate Irish breakfasts that I would do in the past, I went really simple, and that meant when we stayed up late, we could get up later than we wanted. We ended up leaving about the same time almost every day, but you got to sleep in a little bit. The other amazing change, something that I want to incorporate in all my future Celtic invasions, is the siesta. Andrew, do you enjoy a good siesta?
No.
Oh my God, you're missing out. Oh, it is the best thing ever.
Well, let me rephrase. I do enjoy a good siesta. I just have rarely had one.
Oh my God. See, what I learned is actually we are all doing them wrong. And it's part of the Spanish culture, the way that these things happen. So in Spain, when you go to, usually I think things don't even open up until 10 a.m. First off, usually about 1 to 2 p.m. things start closing. And then lunchtime, 2 to 3:30 or so. And then comes the siesta, which is about 3:30, 3 to 5 o'clock or whatever. And literally it is sort of for me, at least, I was taking naps, and I would thought that would like screw up my sleep schedule. I wouldn't be able to go to sleep at night. Turned out the opposite was the fact, because after the nap, you get up, you go out and do more stuff until, 9, usually when we would eat dinner. I tried to get a little bit earlier than normal Spanish hours, which is usually about 10 o'clock. But then you eat dinner 9, 10 o'clock, takes a couple hours. It's midnight by the time you're home and in bed, and then you pass out because you're exhausted because you're staying up till midnight every freaking night. I gotta say, man, I absolutely love this. It also made me think about like the Irish pubs. We in the past, we don't usually, on my Celtic Invasion vacations, we don't usually go to the sessions. And that's largely because it's at 10 o'clock when they start. And I'm too tired. I want to go to bed. But if you flip it around and do the same sort of thing where you have you go and take a nap at 3 o'clock and wake up at 5, all of a sudden you're like, I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go and have dinner and play in an Irish session or visit an Irish session into the wee hours of the morning, which it makes so much more sense, I got to say.
So making a middle note, never to contact you from now on between 3 and 5, because odds are.
Well, So the problem that I'm having already here is that, that schedule doesn't entirely work. It's going to work better once the kids start back to school, because I think like Kenzie won't get home till like 3:30 at the earliest. And then Inara in middle school will be 5 o'clock. So before she gets home. So, yes, I've been trying to take naps even before that, but I've always done them a little bit different, where it's just, a 30-minute power nap is what I've typically done. But I don't know. You never know. I might be out like a light. I am getting older, as my kids like to point out.
So what I'm hearing is that you need to set up your own little guide, the Marc Gunn Guide to Naps.
Yes. You know what? Maybe so. Maybe I need to write a mini book about this. It's not a bad idea. I did have this idea of creating a Celtic Invasion Vacations passport. And the reason I had thought about this was because Gwen keeps saying how sad she is that you can't go to Europe and such and get passport stamps anymore. But here we could pull it off. I could have the 7 Celtic nations and they could stamp their passport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. The idea is running through your brains. But you're right. Maybe the Marc Gunn Guide to Naps is a good idea. I might consider that.
Yeah.
Definitely throw it around. But yeah. Well, so that was largely my Celtic Invasion. I had a great time. I saw some amazing stuff. My wife and I went to Barcelona. We got to see the what's the Sagrada Familia, which is this giant church designed by Gaudi back in the 1800s and still in being built today. And it is Gaudi that worked by Gaudi. Some of the stuff is like, what were you thinking? But you go inside and the stained glass windows are just spectacular. The inside is just incredible. Well worth a visit if you get a chance. But the outside... But Gaudi
just think about the generations of masons that got work.
Yeah, well, definitely. Gaudi did some really fascinating architecture. I got to say, his stuff. Some of it was just spectacular. Some of it less so. But there was some really cool stuff. I was very impressed with a lot of what he did. So more power to him. So yeah, it was a great trip. I'm so glad to have done it. I'm starting to think about the Celtic Invasion. Next year, I want to go to the Isle of Skye. I want to go hiking the Isle of Skye because the Isle of Skye is a place that was meant to be hiked. It is a great hiking mecca. So next year, we're going to have a little bit more on-foot adventure. We shall see how that pans out. Hopefully I'll get a itinerary in the next few weeks. Since fortunately I've been there before, so I can use that as a base for designing my itinerary. So, yeah. All right. Well, Andrew, what about you? We are going to talk today.
What about me?
We're going to talk about a song of yours that you wrote.
Oh, we are?
Yes, we are. Do you know what song that is? You're probably wrong.
Yeah,
because
totally.
I changed it. I'm just, the song we were talking about earlier. It's not what we're talking about. So you ready?
That doesn't sound like you at all, but okay. Yeah. What are we talking about?
Go ahead, guess.
Donald, Where's Your Trousers?
You had nothing to do with that song.
No, but you just talked about the Isle of Skye and immediately start thinking about Not Very Big But An Awful Shy.
No, we are talking about an Irishman who doesn't drink.
Oh.
Yes, because it is on our new CD. We have CDs? Which is called Another Fair.
We need to get a little recording of everybody saying that, from a show, and then just be able to hit a button and click that in.
Let's do that at Dragon Con. So, because we definitely need to. But yes, An Irishman Who Doesn't Drink. This is a song that has been in your repertoire for a long time. We put it out originally as a live track on Live, Next Mono Cerotti Parisibus, many years ago, and then I forced you to record an official version for this album.
Yep, you did. That's true. The Irishman Who Doesn't Drink. It's for the longest time, I actually did not drink alcohol.
It was so weird. But
I know.
But amazing too, because it meant I didn't. I could drink as much as I wanted.
and I did all the driving.
Exactly.
So, because we were safe bards. No, it worked out. But it was just one of those oddities where I really didn't drink. I just never got into it as a kid, and started just continuing on to not, I think of all the money I saved, and I did.
Were there any specific reasons why you decided to abstain?
It all started from when I was a kid, and I saw some of my family who would just drink alcohol and change. I mean, I had a favorite uncle who just turned into a bit of a jerk when he drank. I mean, don't worry, he didn't hit me or anything. He just, he just wasn't the same person.
Yeah.
And to a 7-year-old, that made a big impression. And I'm just like, well, I'm never doing that. Jeez. So I just associated alcohol with bad mood swings.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
I mean, very strange. But interestingly enough, I made the same association around the same time with coffee.
Oh, really?
Because I saw my parents who needed coffee to just get through the day. And I'm like, that's horrible. I'm never doing that.
Did they need coffee to get through the day?
Well, they acted like, I mean, I was 7, so they acted like it.
Coffee is one of those things in particular that I always think about. It's like, I don't need coffee, but damn it, I want coffee.
And it's that emphasis I want coffee. I got to have my coffee.
Yeah, I never was like that.
That crosses the border from want to need.
Yeah.
And again, to the perspective of a 7-year-old.
Right.
So, because believe it or not, 7-year-olds think about things in absolutes. No, they do.
Oh, yeah.
So I just made that connection. So I still have never had coffee.
Yeah. Wow. Man,
I know.
Oh my God! Wow.
And really, after going to Starbucks all those times, think about how much money I saved.
Yeah, well, that's true. It did get a lot more expensive since you were 7, too.
Right? It really did. It really did. Really did. It wasn't just McDonald's coffee anymore. So,
unlike in Europe, where.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Really?
I didn't do that, and then I made it through college without drinking. And once you do that, I mean, pigs actually did fly.
Yeah.
So,
now, what were you doing then while we were having our parties? And I just still remember this party where I was with John and David, I think, and we were drinking.
I was the one who picked up the keg.
Margaritas. No, this is where we were drinking margaritas. And
okay. I was thinking about a different party.
With a tequila that was called Montezuma, and that should have been the first warning shot. But
well, yeah.
But yeah.
No, they always just treated me as the responsible one who I'd usually go pick up the keg and do stuff like that for parties that we threw. And, because seriously, when you're throwing a party, you need to have one sober person.
That's true. I mean, it does help. I mean, you don't need to, but no more than you need to have coffee.
You want to, but it's a good idea because I will tell you, there was more than one time the police showed up and I talked to them and they just wanted to make sure there was a sober person there and the party was going to be broken up. Okay, we'll leave. But if there wasn't a sober person there, things were going to get bad. And so it really came in handy.
Okay. I don't remember these parties. I'm not sure what that's. That's not quite what I meant to say.
You're proving my point right there.
I never.
But no. Anyway.
I don't think I've ever passed out from maybe once. I think there might have been one time I've blacked out, but I don't think I've really ever remember. So yeah, doesn't mean but I don't remember like attending that many parties in college. That was aside from, the Montezuma one. And that was just, 3 friends hanging out. So, or at least 3 friends. I don't know if you were there or not. So
I'm not sure either on that one. Maybe not. But no, that was just fun times. But what happened was I was just working on songs, trying to come up with a good idea and thought about, hey, the Irishman who doesn't drink, and went with that. And it was kind of it's all based on different stories from my family.
Okay.
Since the whole concept of me not drinking stemmed from that 7-year-old thing where, I saw a relative do that. It was, I thought, let's just think about all the people in my family. Because, so many Irish songs are about, this is what my uncle did, or this is what, my neighbor did, or, people that are all part of your clique,
Yeah.
So I thought, Huh?
Oh, I was going to say it does. Yeah, I agree, and it reminds me a little bit of like Monto, maybe just
right.
But
A little,
but
it
these
is
little
a little
stories,
bit.
these little inside stories,
And honestly, it was around that time I first heard Monto,
Yeah.
so that might be there might have been an influence there,
Yeah.
definitely. But yeah, what I just went through was all of these different bits of stories I heard as a kid about my family. Now, I've since learned, since members of my family had heard the song, that some of those stories are slightly exaggerated and not true. But that's okay, because every family has those.
Right.
But a lot of it, that's still a good percentage of it, I know are pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Like I have a cousin who lives near Tennessee, and his favorite drink is Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
JD.
Yeah.
And his lawyer could not well agree that it was his next of kin is sort of like an inside joke, because he used to be a lawyer.
Oh, really?
And then he just got so sick of all the politics going on in law at the time, he quit and became a teacher like his wife.
Huh.
So he taught, I think, history in school.
Oh, wow.
And did that. Yeah, I know. It was really wild. I thought I give him a lot of credit for that. That was, he was a lot happier.
Yeah.
And did that. But yeah, so that's sort of where that stemmed from, things like that. And my sister, yeah, her favorite drink is mead. That is true.
And loves to read.
And she is well studied and well read, and one of the most well read people I know. And and that's kind of, some of them are slight inside jokes, some then stories, and I just threw it together, and it's a lot of fun. But I tried to make it so that it played, so that even if you didn't get the inside joke, it still was funny and interesting.
I've always loved this song. I've loved it because I do feel like it tells lots of good short stories,
right?
That capture possibly your family. It doesn't matter if it's your family or not. Honestly, it could be just all fiction, but it's fun. Yeah, and of course. Going all the way down to the I do not drink, I do not smoke, which of course at the time you were writing, you didn't.
Nope. I still don't smoke, but yeah.
I don't.
The truth is, I've always been very sensitive to smoke. I mean, I get to a campfire and the smoke hits me and I start coughing up.
So you must have absolutely loved my rules as an RA, because number one on the list was you cannot mess with my nose.
Right.
Followed by, you can't be louder than me.
Which was virtually impossible.
It was impossible.
I think only one person ever did that, right?
With the smoke?
No, with the being louder than you.
Oh yeah, okay. There was the guy who played electric guitar every day at 3 p.m. Right?
Yeah, that was the only thing that's the only time I can remember that happening.
But it was a good time.
Being louder than me.
No one was there, so it worked.
Okay. Oh yeah, but no. It's just a fun song, and honestly, I still don't play it enough.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, I need to. You know what? I think I need to rework the arrangement a little bit, and I'll be happy with it. I've been really reworking some of my arrangements lately, and I've really started to like them, because I think the biggest problem I've been doing is I've been making the chord progressions too simple. And
you mentioned that.
I don't think the song is boring, but I think it really makes it not as interesting to me.
Yeah.
And when you play a song, you want to make it fun for you.
I keep wondering about that myself. Okay, so you were talking about this with your song. What is the song you were working on? Johnny Cope, that you found some new chords that you could use for that. And this one too, yes, I agree. It is very simple chords, which makes it easy. And I agree also that, it's not like this is a song that people have jumped out at. And I don't know why people don't love it more. But it reminds me also of like my song, Johnny at the Door, or I'll Drink from Dusk Till Dawn, because the same thing happens with that song for me, is that I really love the story with it, but it doesn't, it's lacking something, and I don't know what it is. It feels like it would be a good sing-along, and yet people don't ever mention it, you know?
I think it's a combination of melody and chord progression. I think you could spice up both, and I think it would work.
Maybe. I kind of wonder though if it's more like the well, maybe it's partially that too, but maybe combined with the topic. To me, that strikes me that might be the topic. That it is a ghost story, and ghost stories, unless they're, I mean, the only other one I can think of is Alive, Alive, Oh, which you could almost say has a positive. Molly Malone has almost a positive view, sound to it. Alive, Alive, Oh, with this wonderful simple chorus, and maybe it could go with that aspect, but I don't know. And again, going back to this song though, because I love the chorus. Now listen, all it's hard to drink of an Irishman. It's hard to think of an Irishman who doesn't drink. And if you thought you found one, you surely wonder why. The drink is good, the drink is bad. But drink won't tell you what you've had. Look at me, or I'll be sad for that Irishman, 'tis I. You know, it's catchy. Maybe it's too complicated for an actual drinking song, but I just don't know.
It's a little Gilbert and Sullivan topsy-turvy. I will admit that.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, so you may be right. Maybe changing up the chord structure will bring it out a little bit more. Well,
I think as a group, it sounds better. But when you're solo, the music is a little, it's very monophonic. I mean, you get this whole sort of one instrument, one chord. I mean, you can't. It's tough to really push it and make it sound like more than it is. And I think that's what I'm trying to work on, to get the chords to have more flow, to make it more melodic, to add more, to essentially do the work of two instruments in one.
Yeah.
And to have a lot more flow to it, to add that C add 9 chord in there after the C.
Yeah.
And really just to make it seem like it's moving somewhere more.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm going for. So we'll see. I mean, that's but that's the truth. I mean, as you're in anything you do in life, never stagnate. I mean, always innovate, always reevaluate, always grow, because you're always learning in life.
Yeah. I don't think you always need to change, but you do need to at least evaluate, to reconsider, to, like you say.
Things don't necessarily have to change, but you need to constantly check them to make sure they don't.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's interesting here, but I do love the song, and I hope others will love it as much. You can find it on our CD, Another Fair to Remember. So go get that at thebards.net. Why don't we listen to the song and share it? Unless you have any final words to say. Well, you can save it for afterwards.
Yeah, give it a listen, and if you have any comments or thoughts about whether you like the song or whether you don't and why,
suck it up. Oh wait, no, that's not what I meant to say.
You can comment. Jeez, dude.
All right, here is an Irishman who doesn't drink.
Now listen all, it's hard to think of an Irishman who doesn't drink. And if you thought you'd found one, you'd surely wonder why. The drink is good, the drink is bad, but drink won't tell you what you've had. So look at me and I'll be sad for that Irishman, 'tis I. Now me father drink, his father drink, whose father drink for his father's sake. Me family tree could surely tap in his factory for sure. Now me uncle was a handsome lad, he's married more than 5 men had, but his ailment wasn't all that bad, for in drink he's found the cure. Oh, listen all, it's hard to think of an Irishman who doesn't drink. And if you thought you'd found one, you'd surely wonder why. The drink is good, the drink is bad, but drink won't tell you what you've had. So look at me and I'll be sad for that Irishman, 'tis I. Now me sister who does love to read and loves to drink her favorite mead. To understate she's well studied and mead a doctorate in. Now me cousin lives near Tennessee. His favorite drink, of course, JD, but his lawyer could not well agree that it was his next of kin. Oh, listen all, it's hard to think of an Irishman who doesn't drink. And if you thought you'd found one, you'd surely wonder why. The drink is good, the drink is bad, but drink won't tell you what you've had. So look at me and I'll be sad for that Irishman, 'tis I. When grandmother was very young, she'd play at her granddad's for fun, but riding all the day among the horses she'd tell. Now her granddad used to gamble drunk, he beat a carney's boat that sunk, and won some holdings not all junk, cause he kept the carousel. Oh, listen all, it's hard to think of an Irishman who doesn't drink, and if you thought you'd found one, you'd surely wonder why. The drink is good, the drink is bad, but drink won't tell you what you've had. So look at me and I'll be sad for that Irishman, 'tis I. I do not drink, I do not smoke, I don't cavort with women folk. Okay, well, maybe just a little. I've a liberal view of sin. Now women are my vice, 'tis true. I like to see them through and through, and when I see no more to do, well, with drinking I'll begin. Oh, listen all, it's hard to think of an Irishman who doesn't drink, and if you thought you'd found one, you'd surely wonder why. The drink is good, the drink is bad, but drink won't tell you what you've had. So look at me and I'll be sad for that Irishman, 'tis I. So look at me and I'll be sad for that Irishman, 'tis
I still love the song. It's still one of my favorites. So thank you for.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Thanks for writing it. I love playing it with you. Again, I wish we could find. So if you can figure out a way to spice it up, let us know, and maybe we can add it into the set and get people singing along as well. So, yeah.
I'll throw something together by Gen Con and see what I can come up with.
That sounds good. All right. Any other final thoughts, comments, quips, queries?
Quotes, quandaries?
Yes, those too.
All those Q words. Yeah. Well, we're kind of at the halfway point of the year.
Oh, yeah, we are.
We're in the middle.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
We've almost survived the year.
This is the middle New Year's.
Middle New Year's.
where you suddenly say, okay, this is the first half of the year. How'd I do?
Lunasa is coming up, so you know.
Yeah, now we got the second half. If we didn't really do those New Year's resolutions very well, we still got some time, but we're pushing it.
To review and make changes if you need to.
Right. Right.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for listening to 100 episodes of the Brobdingnagian Bards Podcast. We really appreciate it. And, we hope to share with you some more music and thoughts and comments in the future next month. So stay tuned for that. And we'll be back.
100 episodes. I just can't believe
it, man.
Right?
100
Because I'm such not a talker. I don't know it's strange.
Say what? What you talking about, Willis? Sorry.
Such a quiet person. It's odd to me to think I managed to do 100 episodes.
Right.
You really brought this introvert out. Thanks, man.
Condescending head pat. Yeah. All right, man. You take it easy. Go to thebards.net to sign up to our mailing list and shop our store. And thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Sláinte.